All right. Welcome back, dear heroes out there. We finally arrived at the end of tonight's show. Round three of the Wednesday Webcam Weekly is here. And you know what? There was just so much prominence burn action last round that we had to go and pluck the main man himself out for this matchup. Tell me who we've got lined up, Ashley.
All right, today we have got Endeavor 2
Mhm.
versus Iida 2.
So this is very interesting. Endeavor 2, most definitely the talk of the town right now, especially after his 100% top cut conversion rate at the United Kingdom RLE. But Ida 2, definitely one of the two dots that's very much been left in the past these days. I
hmm
don't I don't know when the last time I've seen someone sleeve up Ida 2 is, Ashley.
I think for me it was Gen Con last year. So
Oh
was that
god.
last August?
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think I commentated that. I did a lot of those. They kind of blend in after a while, but
hmm
I think I did that one. Yeah, it's certainly been a while since I've seen someone brush off the legs on Ida too. But I mean, he's certainly coming in with the classic tried and true package. This is the most void kick deck that has ever void kicked.
Maybe we can void kick Endeavor directly in the face.
I certainly hope so. I mean, half of his face is already pretty messed up, so we just gotta aim for the other. We
Well,
gotta aim
and
for
he's
the
going to
other
burn
half.
up the other half off of himself. So
Easy,
do you just
easy,
sit there and you're done?
easy money. So this is a very interesting Ida 2 deck. We were taking a look at it. This is a 58 card deck with 24 attacks on it. As you said, actually, he's here to draw and discard those attacks. We are here to play Ida 2. We're not here to mess around tonight. The Endeavor deck is gonna be a little bit more of your standard Earth deck, right? Nothing too crazy going on. Revel at his masterpiece is a little bit of an interesting one to see. I feel like I don't see that one too much these days. But otherwise, we're gonna be seeing a lot of the Earth punch things, the one with natures, the tight lips, all the good zeros. Just all that real good Earth stuff that people have been playing for a very hot minute now. And with Ojiro 2 going the way of the dodo in some senses, everyone's been looking for that new hot character to pile it on. Endeavor 2 definitely has been making a stand lately as one of the top contenders for that spot. I think people are finally. I think his character's been slept on for quite a while.
And all it took was Ojiro to die for him to rise.
His sins. He had to pay for his sins. I just think that people have too long underestimated the like hardcore stability that Endeavor brings. He's just really good at shutting down a lot of turns, and he's so good at punishing overextending, which very well might be the workings of what we're seeing right now. Endeavor just proving very disciplined that we're down to just take the rebound sidekick on the chin, not let them negate that progressive difficulty. Now the second one comes in, we're going to force them to really pay for it with those checks. We're going to get this one off, so that block is going to make it go away. However, the rebound sidekick does need to go face up. And then while we did get to do that progressive, that breaker one is going to come in hot and kind of ruin our string here all the same.
Although we have one ready foundation, how much further was our string realistically going to go? Oh, okay, he's gonna try for it.
I told you, Ashley, this man is full send. He came here to play some Ida too. Now, the issue is that is on a 5, but we checked a 4 due to the breaker. So
Yep.
we're going to have to tell that last foundation goodbye, unfortunately. We're going to get to leave our character up, though. So we might see some, and this is also our first one that's getting an enhanced step, right? Now, the issue is that we've kind of broken the golden rule in some ways, right? We played a 4 damage move into Endeavor 2, who says -4 damage on face.
hmm
Now, it is a flying thruster kick, and we are speed pumping it. So in tandem with Iida, we're going to be able to get that damage actually all the way back up to 4, if that is the route that Endeavor goes, depending on if he's got the block for this or not.
The block for the 8 high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
I mean,
we
he
we're
could do
we're
it.
yeah, we're Endeavor 2. We'll lose 2 health for -4 speed. and block my 4 high all day. But it looks like
Oh, he
we
went
don't
for the
have the block.
damage.
So we're going for the damage again. Man, that's just the stability of this character, right? He's just so flexible, you know? If we have the high block here, we get to minus speed and stop it. If we don't, you know, we're just ooh. Okay, we're doing both. I'll protect you coming in
Interesting.
for minus. I guess we have the half block. Yeah,
I mean,
okay, we have the half block.
how does that math out?
So we took. Is it the same, right? Because
I think it's the same.
we paid 2 health for minus 4 damage, and then half blocked it. So that 4 damage would have been worth 2 damage. So yeah, it actually mapped out exactly the same. we could have just not paid the health, and it would have been the same. I mean, we didn't lose anything, so like
Right.
It's funny. It's actually just funny. Look, we got 3 abilities. Actually, we're here to use them. We paid for the whole character card. Oh my goodness!
Ooh,
I mean,
he cannot check a 5.
This is kind of what happens when you got 24 attacks in your 58 card deck. I don't want to not looking to victim blame here. Not in the business of victim shaming here. But these are the risks you run with a very aggressively slanted deck. And the flying thruster kick does have to go to the momentum face down though. That one does not have the almighty clause. All right, so we've straightened up our momentum once more, but man, avoid kick deck with as vulnerable as we've put ourselves. Avoid kick deck with 3 momentum, 2 of them being rebound sidekicks. That's a little scary.
We can do a couple things with that.
That is an understatement, ma'am. That is an absolute understatement. But there's also a chance that with no ready foundations, Endeavor burns through 19 health here.
Oh yeah.
Like it's nobody's business. We have +2 damage on our moves because we're Endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
We have Revel, right? So +3 damage on our moves if we want to. We only need a few good ones. I think a single Texas Smash sends us there.
And of course, he's playing off Earth, so he has access to all of those fantastic attacks that really do pull their own weight. Starting with everyone's favorite.
Yeah, back alley is the almighty here. 6 mid for 6 coming in. We cannot block this. This is going to bring us to 13. Yeah, I genuinely think that if Endeavor has a Texas Smash, we have lethal damage. As long as we have something to follow it up with. As long as we have Texas and like any other attack.
Well,
Which is very good. One of the
draw
also
you one of those cards.
It certainly can. One of the also very amusing things about this Iida 2 deck is of those 58 cards, we've got 4 low blocks. What are the odds? What are the odds that we're holding one for the rapid punches here?
Well, I think the odds are low.
You got me. You got me there. You got me there. Unfortunately, the odds of passing the block are also disappearing as we press button after button on Endeavor and our stage to pump this all the way up to a 7 low for 5. That one's also going to full send home very quickly. We've just got to find another 8. Any 5 damage move gets us there.
But one with nature that says, hey, next turn.
Next turn.
Followed up with a, hey, if you attack me, I'm going to make your turn more difficult.
Yeah, putting a snack time on the board as well is also brutal. I think I would have paid for that snack time there. I would have committed the 2. I think Endeavor has, I don't know. I don't want to say nothing to be afraid of on this turn. I mean, if he opens a Recipro Burst, how bad could it really get?
I mean, you can take that Recipro Burst.
As long as it's not 21. I mean, he's only got 3 momentum. I don't think a burst necessarily gets there, especially with Endeavor's own stat interaction on his face.
Right.
Again, his defensive tech is just so strong. Our hand is bountiful as well because we played back alley into rapid punches, a bunch of +1s. +1s
off screen. Do you know what attack that is?
That is our Recipro Extend, the one and only, the best opener in the world when you're playing the kick package. The card that, in my opinion, has been carrying the kick package since day one. All right, so yeah, once again, We broke the golden rule. We played a 4 damage move into Endeavor. And
Hoping to paper
unfortunately,
cut him down two health at a time.
yeah, 2 health at a time. But the worst part about this exchange, while it does technically get you ahead in the long run when it comes to life loss on Endeavor's end, the losing 2 health as opposed to taking 2 damage, the difference in there comes in that we don't get that momentum now. It's the most valuable resource for us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Once again, I find myself just in misery at this poor man's checks.
Yeah, now this is going to come in as a big 6 high for 6. We doesn't look like we're Iida responding on it. No, we're just we're going to enhances. It's going to use its own enhance to become a 6 high for 8. Endeavor's going to come in and pay 2 to put -4. I'm sorry. We're going to come in to
speed.
put -4 speed on it. It's going to get 2 more from natural leader. It looks like this thing also has EX2 if we're feeling really desperate, but I don't think all the EX in the world, like we can block a 10 high.
Oh yeah. Well, we can definitely block 4 high.
All right. And he's about to send in the Recipro Burst. I'm feeling it.
I trust you.
This guy is here. He's here to play cards. He did not come here to play around.
It's the last round of the night.
I believe in him.
Oh, Taiyaki.
Nope. It's time to build. He says. Yeah, that was definitely not the best turn in the world there for Iida. We committed a bunch of our board. We didn't secure any momentum. We technically dealt Endeavor 4 damage, right? A pretend 4 damage. Certainly not the most productive turn. And now we're passing back with only 3 ready foundations. Our rival has 1 with nature. Doesn't have the snack time. They didn't build the snack time. But 1 with nature in tandem with Endeavor, I think just means that any move here is just going to beat the absolute snot
1
out
with
of our
nature
opponent.
in tandem with almost anyone that can play a decent Earth symbol deck spells disaster.
Yeah, I've died to 1 with nature Aoyama 2s, man. That guy just it's a seriously powerful card, no doubt. Hard and jab coming in is, I mean, every move here. We'll be lucky if we get 1 block off here. I think as Iida 2. I think that is our best case scenario. Everything essentially having 4 speed on it, right? Between Endeavor and 1 with nature, it's gonna be very, very easy to just make every attack super duper impossible to stop this turn.
Yep. And how much damage do we actually have to do? Is that 8?
Yeah, it's only 8. It's not a paltry amount. Now we can't ignore the double rebound sidekick and the momentum. That is -4 damage waiting to happen. So
it is, and like you said, we're not going to block anything. So shoving 2 cards into our card pool, probably not a price that's that difficult to pay.
Yeah, if we can block this hardened jab and then use both rebounds on the next one, there's a world where we might live if Endeavor just didn't find a hefty amount of gas. But the odds are not looking great. I will say the odds are not looking fantastic. We're certainly within the realm of please just dead draw. Please just have dead drawn for me, buddy.
The thing about begging the universe to give you a dead draw, though, is every once in a while, the universe listens.
I mean, we saw it happen a lot so
Multiple
far tonight,
times.
honestly. Yeah, there's a lot of it. So it looks like we got a Mediator destroy for -3 speed, losing a foundation, but still, still a +2 in resources for us. But we're going to see 1 with nature's discard come in to pretty much do the exact same thing back. So this might still be blockable. We're doing an interesting dance of stats right now, and I think it's just going to have to come down to the checks.
Well, unfortunately, if it comes down to the checks, 1 player has a slight advantage in terms of card ratios.
Certainly a lot more cards available to Endeavor's side of the board. This is now a 2 mid for 7.
Now that is pretty blockable.
Yeah, well, we have +2 to our block mod, so it's like a 4 mid. So this is actually on a 5. So definitely unfailable unless there's like a 2 in there somehow that we don't know about, right? So we are gonna have to commit our final 2 resources for that block. Or okay, no, yeah, he's good. We're not gonna have to commit any resources for this block. It's so. I mean, there's a world where, oh my god, he did it. He dead drew. He did it.
Oh wow.
He obeyed the universe. Obeyed the universe.
All
But
right.
we are kind of passing in like the same spot that we were last time, right? You know, we've got a few foundations, we've got a few momentum. You know, I mean, if the checks can come in for us, we can make something happen. But Endeavor's just looking so defensively healthy, man. This man is genuinely so healthy right now.
Well, that, and he still has that learning the standards.
Yeah, that is like our silver bullet, you know? That's like our button that we're just waiting to press in case things ever get too scary.
Oh, look who finally checked a 5.
We did do it. I'm proud. The universe is healing. The universe is healing right now.
2 for 2 on the universe.
Iida over here. So Hyunjin could come in here. We are Iida responding to this bad boy. This is going to be the fastest Hyunjin kick in the whole world.
Now this is another one of those 4 damage attacks.
Yeah, or no, I think that was just our Hyunjin enhance. We are saving Iida. We're saving Iida for a big one. Makes sense. No need for this to be a 12 high. That does seem a little excessive. Okay. So we're going for the minus damage on it now. Yeah, this thing's at 8 speed. It could get bigger. I'm sorry, it could get faster. Starting to cash in resources to block this one does not seem intelligent. We're just going to go for the minus damage on it.
Absolutely.
So down to take 2 and then learning the standards here. My favorite.
Not a bad trade.
My favorite. We also committed resistance though. So we're really stacking on the, hey, stop playing attacks pressure. So if you're going to want to play another attack, you got to do a foundation first, and then your next one's got minus 2 damage on it. Okay, yep, there's limited standards coming in with.
Yep.
So Iida's got a very difficult choice to make here now. Sorry, I'm listening to these guys again. He said your next card has to be a non-attack, then you're free to play attacks. Because we know what's we know what's happening. All right. Yep. We know what's happening from here on out. Unless I mean, it all depends on the hand. We did discard a rebound sidekick, so like we've got to have attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
we
just really hated that card.
Maybe, I don't know. I like that card.
It seems like this player likes that card too.
Right, we've got 2 sitting in our momentum. Mm-hmm. You know, I'd say this card is the reason we've gotten this far. Right, those nice successive flash attacks on our opening turn felt really good.
And he's considering his options.
Oh yeah, we're really in the tank right now.
Well, the thing is, I know if I was him, I would probably do exactly what Endeavor is telling me to do and stop attacking. Everything's on upgraded difficulty. My first attack is going to have that minus 2 damage. Endeavor can minus damage some more. 10, when you have to fight through all of that, 10 damage starts to seem like a pretty big ask.
It does. I mean, we do have our Iida response still, so like we can make one heck of a poke if we send it. Oh, okay. Oh. Reciproburst coming in here on a 7. Uh-oh. Ooh. That might be it. That might be it. Are we allowed to pass this?
I mean, we're allowed to pass this. Per math, we can pass this.
Sorry, but are we allowed to pass this in a world where the law is don't die?
Oh, in that world.
In that world.
In that world, we're getting into some gray legal areas.
Oh yeah, this is full on tax evasion, I think. I mean, this is so. I mean, there's going to be some buttons pressed here. First of all, we have 3 momentum. We're doing our Iida response. It looks like okay. That's going to put potentially This is putting 4 speed onto this, so it's now a 7 low. this might be enough. Endeavor might not be able to block this. So you know what? Actually, I think you know what was the play here. What might be the almighty equalizer. I think we should have left the Taiyaki up because I'll protect you might be the only thing that lets Endeavor block this, just barely. It just depends. So we're gonna get +2 from our character, so we don't have to commit very much.
Oh, and
yeah, I'll protect you coming in
goes.
is gonna be so big here. I think we might block this just off the back of that. I'll protect you.
Oh man, earlier when I said by the laws of math we are allowed to do it, math is hard.
Math
is
very,
very hard.
We're watching these guys dance right now. We're about to watch a beautiful dance of stats from here on out. Because we've seen the big thing too is we've seen Endeavor lose his health for minus damage. We haven't seen the lose for minus speed yet. And we in a world where we have to block this, you know, we can -4 speed this. It's gonna be rough.
Well, we're doing the EX thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pump some more speed on there.
So now the -4 speed.
The -4 speed.
Yeah, we're really making it hard for Iida 2 here to positively interact with this, because the big thing here, right, is that the minus speeds can all keep it blockable, but also they're going to keep it from being lethal as well, right? Because now with this one momentum we have left, down to 7 speed. Okay,
well, now it is 8 speed.
It is 8 speed now. Okay, so it actually does get it does get lethal now. Yeah, it gets just barely lethal now. The question is, can we block it at 8 speed? Because this is going to bring it to exact lethal. That stun 1 being really, really huge. That stun 1 being very huge. 8, 9. I mean, if we have like a good block, we literally can't fail it. It just depends what's sitting in our hand.
Okay, it looks like we're going to blocks.
If we only have +3 blocks, it's failable. Now, I see our decision now. We have a 1 with nature in hand, and we have a tight-lipped in hand. So if we go for the full block with the 1 with nature and check a 3, it does fail. So he's going to go for the half block with the tight-lipped because it cannot fail, right? Because see, if we'd have gone for the +3 and checked the 3, we would need 4 more resources, and we only have 3 more. So yeah, just opts to go for the completely safe half block, even though it's going to give our rival some damage on board. Essentially just saying, I don't care about that damage because I've got to close it out next turn anyway.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter what you deal to me right now. Now, what do you do here?
I don't think he's passing another attack here. He could if there's a 4 diff in his hand and he's willing to commit his character. And at this state, no.
He could. The issue is that, right, as of that half block, oh my goodness. Oh no. You're going to commit those 2?
For the 1?
Yeah, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. The issue with passing another attack too is I think Endeavor should be at it just wouldn't be anything lethal, right? I think Endeavor should be at 5 health right now, right?
I think, well, it looks like Endeavor's at 3.
Okay, it looks like we just set it to 4. So the bottom ones on his life counter, I believe, are the life totals, and the top ones are for tracking stat. I think that's how he got his set up. But I think Endeavor should be at 5 right now, right? Because it was exactly lethal, and then we half blocked it, and we were at 10. So yeah, Endeavor. Okay, yeah, they got it fixed now. Endeavor was at 5. He also, we should have our other foundation, right? Yeah, the hey bud, the fusion that was in your card pool, you did build that legally. It does go down into your stage. The fusion that got played from the learning the standards. Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. If you haven't interacted with that one before or encountered that one before, it's definitely a weird one. But now,
of course, the standard thing you want to do is all attacks, then all your foundations. It's so easy to just split the card pool, put one thing in discard, and one thing comes down.
Yep. So now we're seeing the very, very funny Iida interaction here where you get to respond on your rival's moves so that you can give them minus damage. So we're actually going to discard a card, draw a card to give our rival's back alley haymaker 4 speed. That way, because it's double now, we get to give it -2 damage.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
You got to do what you got to do. Unfortunately, our fusion coming down, not going to help us at all, as back alley immediately opens with a stun too. This is super duper funny, man. Oh, is he going to get this to lethal? We can one with nature for 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
We can revel for another damage, and then we can endeavor for 2 damage. Yeah, so we actually do get this. No, because that brings it to. Oh my god, there's so many numbers flying around now. I think that brings it after the Iida minus comes in. That brings it to like just shy of lethal. Right under.
Well, unless hopefully he's got like between the other 5 cards in his hand and the one that he drew, there's some other attack that can bring it home.
Right. There's no way we brick that hard again, right? Oh, okay. 2 damage coming in. Yeah. It's just shy of lethal now after the Iida minus comes in.
Oh, yeah.
He just drew off of back alley. Do we not have a tight Lipton there? It's a 13.
With +2 to your block.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to 1. Yeah, and then this is gonna be the most lethal hardened chop in the world. A simple little one with nature and a simple little endeavor for +2 speed is most definitely gonna send this all the way home to be very, very lethal. Once again, as he's been showing us a lot lately, Endeavor just really, really showing us the power and the stability, the consistency and the flexibility of the Earth symbol package, man.
I think flexibility, really, you said it with that one word. The fact that it can be so insanely offensive and then turn around and be so insanely defensive, it's almost unfair.
It can feel like that at times, right? Earth gets to do so much building and so much ramping of resources that they get to play such good defense. And then the offense comes out of nowhere with the one with natures and the snack times and the tight lips, and then just the really, really high attack quality. And then if you look at Endeavor, he's covering those bases both himself so well as well, right?
Right.
I get to minus damage, I get to minus speed, and then I get to pump and I get to pump speed, and I just get to do all of the best things about the game in whatever way I desire at any given time. And I think that's definitely really what's carrying the strength of that character right now. And it's really, really good to see people finally kind of waking up to it.
Another thing that is really significant, I think, between these two decks is the amount of spam that each of them have access to. Because if I recall correctly, in Endeavor, he's playing off Earth. He's got as much spam as he would like. And then looking at Iida, he's not playing a single zero diff.
Yeah, Iida's got no zeros in his deck, which is really funny because that was one of the things that plagued Void for the longest time, was only having 1 0. Now they've got access to a select few, but definitely not being in our very, very heavy attack deck as well is definitely something that unfortunately brought this defeat upon Iida in this round.
It does make it hard to build out
in this game, I should say.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be one of the things that, the resource exchanges between those two players just felt like they got out of hand so fast, right? Endeavor had this big bountiful stage so quickly, and Iida was starting to build, right? And I mean, a big part of that was playing a lot of attacks. A big part of that was playing and checking a lot of attacks and not really having access to those foundations or the ability to pass them. But even with that in consideration, it was definitely something to see the 7-hander getting so outbuilt by the 6-hander.
Right. All right, I
Um,
thought we were seeing a little sideboard there with Endeavor, but I think he decided against it.
yeah, it didn't look like we went through with the plan too hard. I can't imagine anything that would feel too important, especially I mean with what the Earth symbol has access to, with what he has access to. He doesn't have them in his sideboard, but things like you're so obvious, right? Those really good stat resets, things that can be really, really pivotal against a void kick deck, though. But they're just not in his sideboard. And honestly, I don't really think that. I don't think that void kicks is something that people really think too hard about siding for anymore in general.
Yep. I mean, again, looking at the void symbol, it seems like there's a couple of slim pickings.
It's definitely not the most fed symbol or package lately, right? Even Eraserhead used to be like the void kick character, and people are experimenting with tons of other ways to play that character now because it just doesn't feel like that package is really cutting it. They just got Rising Engine Kick, that really cool kick in the Plus Ultra pack,
Hmm.
does a million things. One of those things, unfortunately, though, is it checks a two. A lot of people feel like it's just not what's going to bring void kicks back into the limelight anytime soon.
Right. In a world where your checks are already so tenuous and your difficulty curve is so high, adding in a two check just doesn't feel like the best decision.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to jam reciprocal bursts on sixes all the time because
Hmm.
you want to like extend into burst. You're trying to jam reciprocal acceleration kicks on like sevens and eights so that you can get all that card pool clearing. It's a lot to ask. It's a lot
It's a
to ask.
very easy way to end your turn abruptly.
Most definitely. It's not quite having the synergy with the way that those decks like to attack.
And once again, we have the three build versus the five build.
It's rough. It's rough. Feels like we need to get a really, really solid build turn on here to stabilize. If we can get in like one solid poke, might be good. But
Hmm.
man, even with +4 speed onto a single move, Endeavor's just got the resources to block for days, man.
He's already got that one with nature out offensively.
One with nature and snack time. The dynamic duo coming in hot here. And like unfortunately, like with only 19 health, that's just not like a combo that Iida is ever allowed to disrespect in this game. Like 19 can happen so fast from a character like Endeavor, and with like a Texas Smash or two, it's just so easy to find that. And now with one with nature and snack time on board, attacks are going to be so hard to block, if blockable at all, and our board is just going to get committed down so fast.
Then, of course, we have this lovely flash attack that says, "Block me, I dare you. You won't take the damage, but I'll clear my card pool." Of course, Endeavor has all this health and a male bonding down and says, "Actually, I would love to just build another free foundation and keep your card pool full. Thank you."
Yeah, he's so down to take this all day, every day. And another three check rolling in is going to commit the rest of our board. I mean, we're now in the land of, you know what? If you open back alley, I won't have a board anyway. I'll commit it all myself. I'm going to get the damage in, draw 19. I dare you. We're daring Endeavor to do a lot of things right now that he's very down to do, right? I
Hmm.
mean, you just said it yourself. Rebound says, I dare you. I dare you not to block. And Endeavor says, bet. I won't block all day, man. Full send it. I got 31 big ones, buddy. It's not the end of the world. We are gonna hard block this one though, and man, it makes this overextend feel even worse when it's not gonna end up resulting in any meaningful damage. Lineage is gonna come down. Checks a five. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. There's
Okay.
hope for us yet. That's definitely a big card here to get down, as well with the fusion. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to lose our character if we want that one.
At
Um,
this point in the game, I think you have to,
yeah, you're not allowed
because you
to.
want that resource not just this next turn, but any subsequent ones you're allowed to have.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't build that fusion, you have four foundations. You still have less than Endeavor starting his turn with, and I just think that you're allowed to play that conservative from this point onwards, especially with having already committed to the aggression so hard.
Hmm.
We're gonna snag one momentum off of this turn, which feels okay. It's one more than I would have expected us to get
Right.
because rebound sidekick is rebound sidekick. Oh
And here's that
no.
back alley.
Yeah. It's actually just going to be a matter of counting the 19 now. This stun 2 is going to come in. Snack time is going to come in. Stun 1 more. And it's just, we're just going to be doing math from here on out.
You
We've got
can
tight
draw
lift.
your card. You can snag another tight lift if there's one in discard, give you more stuff to flip.
Yeah, I think tight lift is probably the. I think building a 0 if we have one is definitely the play. If anything, just because it gives us even more fuel for tight lift, and the damage is definitely what we want right now. We're gonna be committing. We're gonna be committing Iida's board all day, and we have one with nature. We're not worried about fuel in our hand. So he's going for the draw. We might not have a 0, but I mean, I guess it does make our snack time free, which is also pretty nice. Every card in hand is also 1 damage because of one with nature.
That's also true. 1 damage, 2 speed, I guess, because of one with nature. Not that he is thinking of blocking many things this turn.
Yeah, not that the speed is going to be too relevant, but I mean, the one with nature is definitely going to keep everything out of any kind of like a miracle block range. Looks like we're debating. So interestingly enough, Endeavor just put damage onto his move. We've given our rival the window to use heroic lineage here. A little foolhardy, I might say.
It is a little foolhardy, but I guess it also depends to me on what exactly Endeavor has in the rest of his hand and how much he wants that last foundation committed down.
Yeah.
Because if he were to be able to block this, 0 foundations, characters committed, 1 card in card pool, the rest of the turn is free, whatever you can pass.
Yeah, my only gripe with that world is it means that we could have just used snack time to commit it down anyway, and then I don't think this would even be blockable either, right? If we'd have, but it's not going to get blocked anyway. It all worked out because that block is not going to pass regardless due to one with nature. Texas Smash is going to come in here, and I think that's all she wrote. I think that might just be all she wrote. Oh, hang on. We've got that rebound sidekick. Hang on. He's still in this.
Okay.
We need Endeavor to find one more move.
Can he do it?
Okay, he's using Texas Smash to give 4 to the next. So
well, that
I don't know if
that doesn't seem like a bluff.
It doesn't seem like it would certainly be a weird bluff. It would certainly be a very strange bluff.
Just the ultimate scumbag. Can I get my opponents just start scooping up their cards?
Hey, I've been there. You know, this is full sending this. It's not lethal, but it's also not blockable anyway. And now I think that anything coming down, even the super duper slow hardened jab, once we won with nature and snack time, this bad boy is essentially going to be a 6-speed move. We can endeavor it to essentially be an 8-speed move. We can get this to absolutely whatever we need to get this to just be super duper lethal.
And beyond that, this absolute monster still checking his foundations to see which one he would like to commit so he can potentially still add something useful to hand, as if he doesn't have this in the bag.
Look, he's not here to pull punches, okay, man? This is Endeavor, okay? He did not come here to be nice, all right? I don't know how much My Hero Academia you've watched, Ashley. This Endeavor guy, it's not known for his positive attitude.
Well, I've gotten past the first, couple episodes, so I did get that impression.
Yeah, he rolls in around season 2, and
is it that late?
Yeah, and he's a pretty big jerk until a good while in. You got a couple more seasons to go before.
Oh no, that was a joke. I think I just finished the League of Villains arc. It took me a while. As soon as I got into their backstories, they were so sad. I needed a cleanse.
That's the one right there. And I feel like that's almost what we just watched right here. Endeavor definitely feeling like a villain in this set of games, demolishing poor Iida 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, again, just showing off the absolute power of Endeavor in tandem with the Earth symbol. Definitely nothing that I'm sure these players, our viewers, us ourselves, the whole community, and the whole player base are very, very, very familiar with. But with that brutal defeat for Mr. Poor Iida, it's going to mark the end of our Wednesday webcam weekly, and it's been a pretty thrilling night. Ashley, we got to teach you some very very fun things tonight. The glory of Innsmouth.
And the fact that that one Todoroki card is not playable from card pool and therefore isn't banned.
we learned we learned so much tonight. We learned why Freezer Burn isn't banned. We learned why maybe it should be banned anyway. I don't know. That's a discussion for a personal Levi video. Regardless of what we did and did not learn, Ashley, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was super duper fun, and thank you for helping me bring some awesome, hopefully awesome commentary to all our lovely Wednesday webcam weekly viewers at home.
Well, Levi, thank you so much for having me. This was such a fun first commentary. I hope people enjoyed. And I will see you in a couple weeks for more of the same in Kansas City.
Yeah, we've got basically like about a week and a half or so until you're going to see this dynamic duo return to the mic. And of course, we're going to have Mr. Keenan Meadows with us as well. So Kansas City is going to be an absolute blast. You want to be there. If you're not going to be there, I implore you to check out our Twitch channel where you can see all of the streamed action with yours truly and my lovely, lovely pair of veteran players that are going to be joining me to bring you guys even more amazing commentary. But that's far off in the future. Right now, the future is in fact not now. And Ashley and I are going to skedaddle and bid you all a good night, heroes. We will see you next week. I'm not 100% certain if we're going to have a Wednesday webcam weekly stream. When we flew out to Florida, we did have the necessary people had already flown out, so we didn't have a stream. We will have the tournament, of course, still nonetheless, but the stream is a tentative. Don't have a full answer for that for you guys just yet. So in the event that we don't see you guys next Wednesday, I will see you all in Kansas City. Good night, heroes.
Bye, everyone.